What's up, CK? Welcome to another edition of our episode where we talk to different municipal officials, individuals, and organizations that are doing some amazing things during these very interesting times in our world. And of course, Christmas is around the corner. It's looking a little different this year, but there's a lot of really, really cool things going on. And as one of those things that our yearly traditions is the Chatham-Kent Health Alliance Foundation with their annual tree lighting ceremony. And I'm happy to have the whole team here. Tyler Mercer, our Manager Development, and Mary Lou Crowley, President and CEO. Guys, thanks for joining me today.
Hey, thanks for having us, Eric.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it.
So I got to ask you, since March, how have you guys been doing during these very interesting times in our community, province, and the whole world for that matter?
Absolutely. Well, I can say that we have been very, very busy. We've been doing a number of initiatives in our community, and our community has responded. So like here in Chatham-Kent, we're not alone across the globe. Everyone's had to think a little bit differently. We've had to come up with some innovation ideas. And I think we've done just that. Our golf tournament that took place in August, it was a different format for us. This fall, we had to cancel our Parade of Chefs event, which is one of those events that this community looks so forward to. But really, we couldn't take it viral.
Absolutely. I mean, and the things we've continued to do that we typically would do on a normal year, we've had to do them differently. So even though some things might be continuing, as Mary Lou mentioned, our Pro-Am golf tournament, a different format and kind of just having to be a little bit creative, it's also kind of encouraged us or forced us to be a bit more creative in terms of how we can utilize different digital platforms. So, for example, looking at doing things virtually, or including more kind of digital elements in terms of our traditional formats to still facilitate some of the things we've typically done in the past, only in a different way this year.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned, the Parade of Chefs is one of those events we always look forward to as a community because it raises so many funds. I don't know how you could even do a virtual Parade of Chefs unless you try to make the food yourself. That would be quite actually, you might want to think about doing that. So you're right. The foundation has a lot of great traditions, and obviously Christmas it's going to be a little different this year, but there's such great history behind the tree lighting for the Wallaceburg site and the Chatham-Kent Hospital here. Let's talk a little bit about the history. How long has the tree lighting ceremonies been going on for?
This year, if you can believe it, is our 31st.
Wow.
Wow. So that's just mind-boggling, just to say the least. This community, Chatham-Kent, you mentioned Wallaceburg, we have been overwhelmed with the support of our Christmas Wish Tree campaign. The actual ceremonies, very, very different. So when we were in Wallaceburg, we brought together the horse and buggy carriage rides to ensure that, when the children come out and they bring their parents and sometimes grandparents, we have activities for them. What's really, really, really heartwarming, though, is how the community wants to and is dedicated to honoring those that have gone past us in the past years. So it's been one of those campaigns that every year the phone rings at the office to say, I haven't received my envelope. I want to be able to make a donation and to light that tree. So it's really something special.
Absolutely. I mean, I think just allowing or providing an opportunity for the community to remember and recognize and celebrate the lives of those loved ones who they've lost over the years. It's just a great way to memorialize members of our community. And to date, I think we've raised over the past 30 years, we've raised about $3 million for the hospital in terms of equipment. This year, we're fundraising for our urology services through a bladder scanner, the purchase of a bladder scanner for our Wallaceburg site, and the urodynamics machine for Chatham.
Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of machines that are needed, well, obviously, in the hospital. And again, every year your campaigns are always something I'm always looking forward to seeing what kind of money you're raising towards something else that could be a life-saving piece of equipment. So you kind of touch base on some of your favorite things about, preparing these events. Obviously with COVID, it's a little tougher to get, hundreds and hundreds of people here. But let's try and figure out, how many people are able to attend the event on the evenings that we'll get to here shortly.
Well, interesting you ask that, because right now, I mean, we're crossing our fingers and hoping that we'll be able to stay within the COVID guidelines, and would be about 25 people for an outdoor event. That's what we're kind of hoping and anticipating at this point. That can change. We're kind of monitoring things as we go, and we hope that we're fairly fortunate in this community to have decent kind of tracking in terms of our COVID numbers and how things are going here. But anything can change, and that's the thing with this pandemic. It's very unpredictable. We're not really sure how things can go from day to day. So we really are just kind of taking it day by day. But right now we're looking at hopefully having 25 people. This year, it's going to be by invitation only. So we're going to be really kind of focused on, who those individuals are going to be. But that's why, we're really looking forward to the opportunity to go virtual with this year's event, through a partnership with YourTV. And thanks, Eric, for coming on board to help us out this year. And it's going to be a great way, I think, for us to reach a wider audience that we, maybe in the past we wouldn't have had the opportunity to do so.
Absolutely. So the beauty this year, and I just want to do a bit of a shout out for the first year, we have a presenting sponsor. RBC Dominion Securities, Karen Ewald, has come on board to partner with us to, again, be recognized as community giving back. We also have a number of other partners that have come on, Tech Savvy Solutions. We have National Bank Financial, Adam Watson and the team. We also have Maple City Business Solutions, who's back with us again, which we're delighted to have, our ornament sponsor. And we have Western Equipment, who's on board as our lighting sponsor. So this year, we've seen people and community organizations come forward to say, we want to help. And so absolutely, Tyler, I think what's going to be beautiful is if the tradition stands where it's the coldest night in December, where people can actually stay home, bundled up at their own home, and be able to see it live on YourTV. I think we're hoping, fingers crossed, that we get a lot more viewers and that they can feel part of the Christmas wish tree ceremony, because that's what's really important. For me, it's that personal realization at Christmas. And I think it's those ceremonies that we hope that people coming right in their homes, it's a very emotional time. It's when we honor those people that are no longer with us. And for that, it's simply beautiful. For others, Christmas time is a difficult time. People do have, different memories perhaps of their Christmas. And so at this point, it's all about being together, being able to be here together at CK and continue that tradition. And so we're really hoping that we can garner more people tuning in to see and to be part of it in their own home.
Absolutely. It is a great time for the holiday, and just everything you say about the sponsors, how we all band together on every single project. And again, we want to make this another beautiful Christmas like every year. It's a different time of year, but things with like the gift that has gone out, Dress and Shine's doing, you guys are doing the tree lights again. It's just such an amazing thing. One of my other favorite things that we talk about is local entertainment in the area. I know you guys have a really awesome set of entertainers lined up. Do you want to talk a little bit about who's going to be presenting at the Christmas tree line this year? Or do you want to keep it a surprise, or maybe a little sneak peek?
Well, some of it could be a surprise, but one thing we want to highlight, and every year we're fortunate to have some really great entertainment come out and support the event. And really make it, a bit more meaningful for those in attendance and this year, those who are viewing at home. And we have the Brio Academy will be coming out and doing some Christmas caroling for us, which, we had them last year and they were fantastic and really great feedback. And they always do a great job and they're a wonderful group to work with. So really excited to see what they do with us this year. And we're looking forward to having them back on board again.
Yep. And they have some really, really talented individuals there. I know Rachel Schwartz and her team make sure every kid sparks their potential. So it'll be awesome to hear some Christmas carols this year from Brio Academy. So let's talk about what we were talking about earlier, the dates of when the Wallaceburg and the Chatham sites will be there, and where people obviously can see them on YourTV and on the Chatham-Kent Health Alliance Foundation website.
Fantastic. So we're excited to say that we will be in Wallaceburg on December the 16th at 6 p.m. So we'll be live. And then here at Chatham, CKHA site, we will be here December 17th, again, starting at 6 p.m. That's
great. And you know what? Like I said, you can watch it on their Facebook channel, of course, or from the comfort of your own home with, your hot chocolate and all your fun stuff on YourTV as well. We'll be there both evenings as well. So that's awesome, guys. It's amazing what you and your team are doing to continue the Christmas traditions going alive. The one thing I always like to continue before we wrap up is talking about good news stories since the beginning of March. I haven't had a chance to chat with you guys since throughout the summer. Was there any good news stories from the foundations since, the whole interesting world kind of fell apart in March?
Absolutely. So again, I think just overwhelming, heartwarming as well. So we launched our COVID Healthcare Relief Fund in the end of March. And we went out to the community and we asked and sharing with them what the day in life was here at our hospital, CKHA, for our frontline workers. And as you can imagine, worldwide, it has been different every day, and they've risked their own lives and health and those of their families. So we were able to go out to the community with an appeal, talking about the types of equipment, the PPEs that they required in order to keep themselves safe and the community. And we were overwhelmed with the generosity. All corners of Chatham-Kent came together to support the COVID. So over $350,000 was raised in support of COVID-19. So again, we want to say a huge thank you. This community continues to give day in and day out. There's so many worthy causes. And I'm speaking on behalf of the patients, the families, CKHA, and our foundation and board of directors. We couldn't be any more grateful and thankful for this community and what they've done for us to contribute to these unprecedented times.
Tyler, what about you? What about you in your neck of the woods?
Well, listen, following that, we launched into the summer with our Igniting Healthcare 50/50 fundraiser. And again, not really sure what to expect, given the situation and kind of the times that we were in. We didn't know how it was going to go. Obviously, last year coming off a really successful campaign, hoping to follow it up this year with something similar. And we were really amazed and just blown away by how this community came together once again. And surpassing last year's total, raising, I think $345,000 in total. So, half to our lucky winner and half to support our urology program through the purchase of a C-arm for our urology services. So, again, it's just been incredible to see the community stepping up for us, and we've been fortunate, to be able to still do some things that we've done and had planned for this year. And has some really great success with it. So it's we're very fortunate, and we certainly recognize that this community is just incredible and very generous.
Yeah, we abandon everything that we do, and it's just awesome that amount of money that went in for that 50/50 draw. I put myself in there as well, but I'm like, it would have been great to have that $350,000 in there. Could buy you a lot of cool Christmas gifts, but it went, it was a great kind of contribution for everyone, and without all these amazing operations and initiatives that you guys are doing, we're just keep continuing doing. So the Christmas tree light, I'm going to put the link right below here so you can't miss it on December 16th and the 17th. So you can check it out here on YourTV Chatham or right on their Facebook page and get ready for, some good old Christmas fun. Guys, thanks for all you're doing. Is there anything else that you would like to add as we close out?
I think we've done a great job. Again, just thank you for coming on board YourTV and helping us through these uncertain times. I think getting our message out there, connecting with the community, it's all about staying connected, staying safe. So we're really blessed here at the Chatham-Kent Health Alliance Foundation and to be working with partners like yourself. So thank you very, very much. And to this community, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and all the best.